I never got to meet my great-grandfather, Frank Rush. In fact, no one I know in the family did, since Frank died in 1934. I do know he was a commercial baker, and he left behind a few artifacts, including his handwritten cookbook. I'm boiling down and making Frank's recipes as a tribute to him and to other family members that we'll never get to meet. I'm Tom Mattingly, and this is Baking with Frank. Hello and welcome back to Baking with Frank. So Frank has a lot of recipes, right? And we've noticed that many of them there are just duplicates of the same recipe. I think there are 4 white cake recipes. There are 3 fruitcake recipes. Tell me why you need 3 fruitcake recipes. Anywho, there are only, in the entire book, 2 candy recipes. One is caramel, which I'm saying it's a candy because it was on the same page as the next one, but one is caramel, but caramel can be used for a lot of things, right? It can be melted, it can be used for caramel apples, it can be used in cake, it can be used in, you just use your imagination. And our family has a pretty good tradition of candy, from my grandma who made all kinds of things, to my Aunt Marie and her potato candy, to my mom and bourbon balls, to Aunt Sue and her Buckeyes. If you've not had a Buckeye, if you're not from the Ohio area, you need to figure this out. Get you some Buckeyes. But anyway, back to us. So that leaves me to believe that the buttercreams that we're going to make today were either Frank's favorites or they were Effie's. So in either case, we're making buttercreams. So what we've got going on here is 3/4 of a pound of butter and one full pound of powdered sugar. So I'm gonna cream up this butter, give that a hot minute to get all broken down and delicious. And while I'm doing that, you're gonna go hit even Bracken wants you to do this. You're gonna go hit the like and the follow buttons. So go do that, I'll come right back. Okay, so adding in the sugar here. Just about got that done. And again, that was 3/4 of a pound, 3 sticks of butter and 1 pound of powdered sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished up, come back. I hope you enjoyed hitting buttons while I was gone, and we'll get some flavoring into this. So we may have a little disaster. This is very gloopy. Like very gloopy. Tastes good, but very gloopy. So I took the liberty pulling out the cookbook that Mom made me 30 years ago and looking at her bourbon ball recipe, because at least in my mind, these are similar to Mom's bourbon balls. And where we have 3/4 of a pound of butter to 1 pound of powdered sugar, she has 1/2 cup of butter to 2 pounds of powdered sugar. So I think we're gonna add some more sugar. So here we are, getting another pound of sugar. Palm spoon. That went over a little bit. Boom. All right. I'm gonna stir this in. I feel better about that. Is it right? Who knows? Frank's recipe is 3 pounds of butter, the original recipe, right? The uncut recipe is 3 pounds of butter, 4 pounds of powdered sugar, 3 eggs, vanilla, and custard. Why are there eggs? So here it is. It's still a little soft, much better than it was. So I'm gonna stick this in the fridge and let it cool down for a little bit. And then we'll move on to step 2. Do you ever have that moment when you're trying to do right by your grandpa or your great-grandpa, as the case may be, and you're making his candy that is the only candy, other than the caramel, of course, that's in his book. And then you realize that it says buttercream, not buttercreams. Friends, we've been making icing. And while it's really tasty icing, it is not now, and without the addition of probably another 2 pounds of confectioner's sugar, which I don't have in the house, it's not going to be candy. It would be a melted mess. So this one's a Tom fail, but it was kind of fun to do, and it does taste good. So we're going to wrap this up, we're going to put it in the freezer, and we're going to figure out something else to do with it later. And I might go have a bourbon.